Mambo VP, Sock Passe, was good. It's Brooklyn Beauty on it. And welcome to the Beauty Speaks podcast. So on this podcast, I will be talking about all kind of things. I think this is going to be like the third episode that I'm going to be posting. And I wanted to talk about something that is very pressing worldwide right now, very serious. And I'm glad that it's coming up to the forefront. It's something that humanity needs to deal with, and that is domestic violence. Why is it that men and women at this point, it's explosive? Whether there's money, whether there's no money, black, white, Indian, Asian, whatever it is you want to be, Hispanic, whatever it is, the problem that we have right now worldwide is domestic violence. So I'm going to mention this story that has just happened in TZ, Tanzania, in the island of Zanzibar. There was an American couple vacationing, right? An American couple vacationing. Black American woman, white American man. It seems he's proposed in front of everyone, in front of the whole world. And days later, she's missing and now she is unalived. We have another story. An American politician, seemed to be a Black American family, two children. They were arguing about a divorce. The husband decided to end the wife's life and his own while the children were inside of the house, and that was also recent. Another recent story that's going on right now, a young man, Black American, New Orleans, United States, um, it seems by firearm, took the lives of 8 children, some of them, most of them or some of them his own children, and injured adults. I'm not sure of the full story. Here is the fact. We're having a very huge problem in this world right now, today, with domestic abuse violence. I'm not going to edit this. I don't care how I sound. Maybe I was, a little bit. So the reality is we have to address this. Women need to take responsibility. Women have to take responsibility. Many of us, we were little girls. We didn't know better. We didn't have any standards. We didn't know what womanhood was about. We didn't know this great responsibility of bringing children into the world. We did not fully understand. If we want to look at this situation in totality right now, this is decades, generations in the making for us to get to this explosive point in humanity where men and women, relationships, family, the family unit is not working. And this is a global catastrophe. This is a global genocide of the human family, man and woman getting along at all. Very few can say that they're together in a mature relationship. This is a mature relationship. I can be in my womanhood with this man. I can be in my manhood with this woman. We have a meeting of the minds. We have mutual respect. Even if we don't know, even if we don't understand, we take the time to understand each other, to understand ourselves as individuals before we even come together as man and woman. There's no rites of passage for men or women. So right now, women are not doing motherhood right. Fathers, men are not doing fatherhood correctly. That is the world condition that we have today. And women have to be honest. The reason why I don't really go hard on men is because I'm not a man, number one, and I'm going to take responsibility from my perspective, from my point of view. I'm a woman. I understand my responsibility of bringing children into this world or not. And for myself, I've decided that if I cannot find a man who is ready to be a 24/7, 365 father, provider, and protector, then I'm not going to play with my life. I'm not going to play with my life. I'm a woman, yes, but I did not come into this world pregnant. I didn't come into this world automatically having to give birth. There's certain conditions because you're a human being, you're a woman, you're a thinking creature. You're able to use discernment. Are things mentally and physically, emotionally safe to bring children into? Are things safe in this world, in my household, with this man, with myself? We are supposed to be thinking creatures. Man, right? Man, human, man, right? So if I'm the female counterpart of this man, this human existence, we come together, we procreate, I'm understanding my responsibility. I'm getting it full time. I get it. The issue is, as women, when we're not honest with ourselves, do you feel secure in this situation in order to give birth to children? Are you healed within? Are you picking the right men? Are you picking the right father? Do you even know how to? When you're going outside dating, you're picking fathers. And for most children, you haven't even had a father. Where do we go from there? Where do we go from there? So you have women that do not know how to choose fathers. And that's what you're doing. When you're out there dating and you're saying, I'd like to be married, you're being sexually active. You're choosing a father for your offspring. We're not honest about this. You get with a guy, he's mediocre at best. He's not really interested in fatherhood. He's not really interested in protecting you and really protecting you financially, providing financially. A lot of women got a problem being honest about this. And if you're a woman and you're giving any type of marriage or relationship advice, it should be financial advice first. And if you're a woman who's married and you are not going to be honest about the financial status of that relationship, then you should never give relationship advice. Because the reality is, when we do not take our safety, housing, immediate and far future into consideration, when you're choosing a man, you're choosing a father for your offspring, we're not in a serious place as women. We're not in a serious place. You're only choosing from what you know. You didn't have a financially present father in your life. And a lot of children, a lot of women, a lot of men did not have this. I don't care, black, white, African, American, I don't care. Asian, German, I don't care. I'm from New York City, so I've had all kind of friends. I remember being a child, elementary school, junior high school, and how relationships were formulating, how our minds were formulating as little men and little women. And the fact that you're not really educated on the fact that this childhood is a small glimpse of time. You're really a child and very young for a small amount of time. And you're not being prepared emotionally at all even with proper knowledge on how to become an adult and then to become someone's parent. When you have a son, when you have a daughter, these are future adults. They're just not your children to play with, to try to keep a man with, to try to get a man to marry you with. If you don't feel safe and secure, you need to admit it. This is where we are, women. Women are afraid to lose the nothing that we have because we do not have peace and harmony between men and women. We don't. We have no understanding at all. Most people did not have proper parenting themselves. What you're seeing now is an explosion of domestic violence because the woman will not admit how she really feels. The woman, collectively. And any woman who feels like, hey, I'm fine, I'm okay. Or maybe you feel like at least I'm not a black woman, or at least I'm not a white woman, or at least I'm not Indian, at least I'm not short, at least I'm a 10, at least I blend into the wall so people don't bother me. Women are so against each other in so many ways. Race, age, looks, everything. That we don't stop to protect ourselves collectively. Women need to be protected collectively. That's not going to happen. If we stay in this scattered mindset, every woman for herself, there's no way we can collectively care about children, women, if we don't care about each other. I saw another story, a young man, just 15, well, the girl was 15 and possibly pregnant. Her boyfriend, between the age of 15 and 18, I'm not sure. Her family was very aware of him. They allowed him into the home. She had a family of, the young girl had a family of only females, which is aunts, grandma, mom. I don't know if she had sisters. I think there was a grandfather, but mostly all women. And a lot of times we don't have the very protective discernment. We don't have it, women. We don't have protective discernment, especially when it comes to men. You're taught to people please whatever men are around you when you're younger, whether that be brothers, uncles, grandfathers. You're in a very pleasing. No one's telling you of the dangers when you're not a mature woman. You don't understand the power of becoming a mother, bringing children here, and you don't understand to have real boundaries with men. When you meet a man, he's a stranger. I've had to learn this enough. I've had to learn this enough times. I'm done learning that. When you meet a man, it's a stranger. There's nothing to be excited about. You have to make sure financially, mentally, emotionally, this man is sane. Are you sane? Because we're not sane the way that we pick men, the way we choose men, the way we get into relationships and marriages, and this is collectively worldwide. I don't care how you feel about it. All of you women that are still in some type of slavery. Few women have children because they want to have children. You're having children because you met a man and you want to keep him somehow. Very few women are having children and really thinking about their immediate future, really thinking about the emotional sanity of yourself and your partner. Are we bringing children to just bring more racists and PDFs? Because those are the main things, and more domestic violence victims and abusers, because these are the things we don't want to talk about in society, period. Women especially. And if we're going to continue to not want to acknowledge very serious issues like PDF, domestic violence, racism, The fact that you need financial literacy, all these very important conversations, very important social issues that we're going through. Suddenly, when you're boinking on the, now you don't have a care in the world. You don't care about his financial education. You don't care about all the girls he left to go abort before you. Women, our common sense goes out the window once we, I love him. Okay? So when you say, why the massive, why does it look like it's just exploding, the domestic violence? It's because of us women. We won't be honest collectively. We're not in a good state. Most of us, men and women, didn't have proper parenting. And we just continue the cycle. So we're seeing the explosion. And I know women just don't want the responsibility. Women want the men to change first. Men can't change first. You gave birth to them. And most of you gave birth to them alone with no father. So the men can't change before we do. It's not possible. We're giving birth to them. All right. I just wanted to discuss this for real. I just really wanted to discuss this because women are not being honest with themselves and about marriage, and it has made marriage dangerous, and it's made marriage cheap. It's made marriage has come to the point that if you're not willing to be a no standard, no common sense having woman, there's no men. Because all of the no standard, no common sense having women are the ones that gave birth to the generations that we're in right now. How is this going to change? It's up to the women. That's it. That's all I got to say. Peace.